Hello YouTubers, this is the Campin' BTE 85. Today we are doing another zeroing in on. Reus is the game. Reus was developed May 2013 by Abbey Games. I believe Reus actually means giant in, I want to say German. I could be completely wrong on that. If I am wrong, let me know. Let's just jump right into it. Arrow modes is basically what you end up with. Free play, beginning. Yeah, so, it tells you what to do. It's basically your tutorial. I currently have played a bit. I unlocked 30, 60, and 120 minutes. Due to our time constraint, we're doing 30 minutes. It's basically a god game. You have 4 separate gods: ocean, forest, swamp, and mountain. A new era begins. Development achieved at 30 of 69 so far. No, I'm not going to make a joke about 69. Sorry. Let's see. Legendary warriors, divided planet, next page. Basically, this will show you what you can work on in this particular segment. I think I'm going to work on mining community. Finish an era with 250 village prosperity. Uses only minerals. I might be able to do hunter community as well. Let's find out if I can. So we'll save those. So those will actually pop up here. That's the page I want. And spacebar pause because this is a timed game. I'm already 5 seconds in. We have swamp, forest, giant of the mountain kind. Mountain giant, sure, why not? And the ocean crab. Love the ocean crab. Need the ocean crab. Ocean crab. Click down right here. And punch, 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 punch. Water becomes to the side because he just made an ocean. So the sides are now nice and damp, nice and wet. We are going to actually raise a mountain over here, so it does kind of defeat some of the purpose of making an ocean. Because yeah, we are just gonna do it like this. We're going to raise a forest over here. Basically, forest giant can make forest area, swamp giant swamp. Mountain raises mountain, which creates desert. Mountains help constrain areas. They actually have their own little mini biome here too, as you can see. Now, what we need is some sort of incentive. Since we are working for mining community and hunter community, we are going to start with some animals. Domesticated animals. Animals will start here. As for this other folks, I just know off the top of my head already which giants do which. So, boom. Actually, we're going to try to stick this more in the center, that way we can focus in. Because there is no method to the madness that is our little fringe, our little villagers. They just kind of pop up wherever the heck they please, and it's annoying as sin. There is no reason for it. It is ridiculous. I wish they didn't, but we're hoping to change a little here. I'm gonna try to keep the desert folk here nice and contained. I'd like them to be right here or over here. I haven't decided which yet, but we're gonna entice them with some fun stuff. Focusing on this, basically each giant has 3 abilities with their core: fruit plants, herbs, domesticated animals. You can zoom out, you can see the whole planet. Zoom, 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 zoom. But I'm just clicking and dragging. You can use your arrow keys to zoom left and right as well. In and out, all that fun stuff. You see the little critters, my little domesticated stoats. Aspects, basically something additional you can click on, find out what you need. Lesser predator is needed, or lesser exotic aspect is needed. I currently cannot cast predator. Predator's right there, it's locked. It requires, as you can see, I should probably be pausing this the whole time so I don't waste my time. Unlocks with desert ambassador, so he would need a desert ambassador to get the predator aspect. As for this fellow, he has herd aspect that will help. Sorry, a little tickle in my throat there. some particular kinds of animals. A lesser herd, there we go, we can make rabbits. Now, exotic, I do believe would be this fellow right here. Exotic aspect, he needs a forest. So, good thing we have a forest here. Herd, we need a swamp, so we may as well work on a swamp as well. So, give me 1 second. Trying really hard not to cough right now. If I do, I apologize. I will be editing it out. And moving along, we just basically are going to have to keep dropping some animals here. Exotic animals are worth monies. And each thing has their own little interaction. Free range, if the blueberries within animal range, but we're trying to do animals only. So it's kind of disconcerting to try to figure out what I'm going to do. But right now we're just going to pile on as many animal things as we can. The shrine currently is a project underway. If I get this, I will end up with 5 food, 10 wealth, plus 10% wealth for each animals. If I get the specialization, new nomad is looking for a place. Hopefully that'll be the desert. But I need 15 tech, 15 food in use. So hopefully they're going to settle right there. I'm hoping they do. Spectacular. Pause it again. Transmutations. Basically more of the aspects we were previously talking about. Now, this does get a little hectic. We are on a massive time crunch. I need another 243 prosperity here. And it's even a little more hectic because I'm doing a video on it. What can I say? I'm thinking of things to talk about while trying to figure out the game, while trying to beat the game in 30 minutes before I run out of time. That's about the extent of it right there. Let's see. If we get a forest, we get the little minion fellow. This guy here is going to need to make a bit more mountainy things. Now, mountain is territory too. It's not technically desert. So you can actually gain based on what you put where is what you actually end up getting. Now, later on in the game, you can actually end up helping out the folks too much, or something along those lines. See, food in use. Food in use is something that we don't need, don't want, so I'm just going to use this little ability called Earthquake, which goes like this. Boom. And I just destroyed that thing because I do not want to have to deal with putting food in here. Food is a bad thing. As much as I want to do it, for this little mining thingy, I can only use minerals. I cannot have food. Same with here, you can only use food, which works so far, or animals I should say, for the hunting colony group thing, which is working fairly well so far. I have enough wealth. I need a little more food, which means I need some domesticated animals. Let's get them going. Now, the further you are from your bottom number, you're nigh at 14. If this was 24 like it is now, this is going to raise a lot faster. So the higher the number, the faster it raises. Now these little things are on time limits too. I have about 7 minutes left on this. My wealth use is fine. My food use will be up there real quick. It's already jumping pretty fast since we added that little bit right there. Right now the monkey's not really going to end up doing anything ever. He does only food-wise. I guess he does have a hunt aspect, which would probably help animals. But this is the big kahuna over here. He is the fellow that we need to do stuff with. Advanced material, precious material. Looks like if this is next to stone, plus 8 if it's next to another quartz. So if it's next to stone, which means if this is a quartz, which is precious material. If I swap this, that tech goes away. The tech from being next to it goes away. But what we're going to do is we're going to re-add the tech, and we're eventually going to put another quartz here because the quartz adds plus 8 wealth. So it'll be 18 wealth, 18 wealth. Or if I needed the tech, I can make another tech. Whatever I want to do. And then the mountains over here have agate and stone. Basically, I think the stone still covers in desert technically. Ah, there we are. We have our little mini minion here. Reaction, nope. We wanted, what did we want? Did we want herd? Let's see what we have. We have bunnies and chickens and chicken bunnies. So yes, we want herd, which means we need a swamp ambassador, which would say for a forest exotic. There we go. Right? Forest ambassador, yeah, animals with exotic aspect. Whereas the forest here would be for fruit. Forest here would be reaction, which is a mineral based, which wouldn't be a bad idea. But so long as I get one of these things, I normally don't split and focus on two at the same time, but the last time I did the crops only, and I had plenty of time to leave, or be left over. See, hunting lodge again, and it wants 10 food, and I will not get it food. I can't. You cannot dig for food in this game. And I'm sorry. I don't foresee anything that will let me do it. Now, fertility boost is the big thing that this little feller, this little monkey man here will be able to do for us. We're doing exotic, gives more wealth. So we're going to do boop right on this. Since we now have the exotic, this is going to fertility boost it, which is going to help guarantee that I get a greater aspect as opposed to a regular lesser. Without the fertility boost, you do get a chance of getting a greater also, but it's much greater of a chance to get a greater or potent if you have it. So, we now have beavers. Beavers plus for each animal within range with at least 7 nature. Now, nature is a bit of a pain in the hump. There is a way to change to see what you're looking at down here. I don't really remember how to do it. I'm not going to bore you guys looking through the menu to figure it out. Just, I don't want to bore you guys. You're welcome. A nice thing is with wandering animals, they wander. So this is their range of coverage. The end posts here are the end posts of the town. Anything within the posts is credited. Anything outside the posts, meh, who cares? Doesn't count. So we have this, we have this, we have this. Nice great thing about the ocean guy is, no, not aura. It's a monsoon, which I need a desert fellow to unlock. Monsoon basically is the crab version of the fertility boost, except it works over an area of effect. Now, moving right along again, exotic aspect. Since it's the only aspect we have, we are going to do it. And then once we get another, if we ever get the desert, I'll probably give it to the crab guy so I can start using monsoon, and then I can guarantee a much wider berth of things to happen. Crab, create an ocean. We are going to say boop, boop. Right about there, looks good. Exotic works with animals only. No, yeah, actually I wonder. No, it won't even let me try. I was gonna see if I could create an exotic aspect on one of these things. Maybe get some rock candy. That's stone, right? Yeah, that's legitimate. Now, Reus forest, I don't want it to go too big because the resources here might be taken by a new settler. So we're gonna spread slowly, slowly grow things out. Tossing an exotic animal because we're almost maxing that out. Now I'm thinking I need a lesser predator, which is extra wealth, which is pretty cool. I don't want exotic anymore. I wish I had herd, but I need these guys here for herd. And I hate to say it, but I might end up having to foobar some things. And by foobar I mean give up on not having food here so I can get this done. Because yeah, no food is making it pretty tricky. There's gotta be a way to do it though. That's nice. No more bang bang. Come on. He just gets so eager when he starts smashing stuff. But yeah, later on you will need to actually fight off some humans. When you take a look at here, their greed. If it gets too high, or it's not influenced by danger, there's nothing dangerous around it. It's currently peaceful, and it has respect for the giants. Eventually they can lose respect. They'll stop fearing it. They might just start hating the giants in general. And they will kill your guys. It's pretty ridiculous in a fantastic little mini battle-y type way. And continuing, we need our crab man to domesticate a few things, try to get some more food crammed over here. Remember to advance the game. I need more developments. That's what I'm working on. He's sneezing leaves. That's not snot. But yeah, it's actually a pretty nice game. Pretty simple in design, and it's a classic simplicity. It's definitely not a insult to call it simple. I do like it. It's cute. There's really no other word for it, and it's me calling it cute. It's kind of weird, but I mean it. I definitely consider it a cute game. There we go. Cathedral here is working. Once this comes up, I'll get something else as well. And yeah, basically ended up having to change a few things left and right, readjusting based on the little things you change other things into. Like I've been making a lot of little beavers and all that by using my aspect. But yeah, that might be a little SOL right now. Maybe I can do a quick, at least make a swamp so that you guys see what it looks like here. Swamp. I'm going to go domesticate something in the water. It's more food, more food, more food. Just cram what I can cram, jam what I can jam. What happens, happens. I really don't think I'm going to get very far without the predator aspect. But we'll go a couple herbs here. Mountain Lodge. They really want this Mountain Lodge, and I don't want to give it to them. Something here is giving them food. I don't know what it is, but maybe that will grow enough to let them get it. I don't know. Maybe if I'm just a little lucky. Oh, and I was saying earlier about the different food and stuff based on where you plant it. Blah blah blah. Villagers getting greedy. We'll actually touch on that in a second. But this is a quick example. We'll use a big boy here and get some precious minerals down. Advanced minerals. Keep up with the technology aspect of all of this. Boom. Marble. No marble over here. Here we go. Nature is looking great. And this explains a little bit more. I still have the hints turned on and all that fun stuff. Why not? It helps me remember. Because there's a lot to remember. There's a lot of symbiosis and nature meets nature. See, here's that greed. I've given them a lot of stuff. They have a lot of food, a lot of money, a little bit of tech, but they're stacked. They are built to last. Now we're at 120 out of 120. I need to up the awe if I can. I don't know what I have to do to up it. There is, say right here, the beavers will give more with more natura, basically leafy symbols. But yeah, it's not looking too good for either of my attempts here. I'm going to try and check on this real quick. How's this going? Their little... See, they need natura, which I cannot provide them because I cannot use plants because I'm trying to do this community thing of miners and becoming kind of an issue. But that's the basic concept of the game. Everything has a symbiosis with everything else. This will show the range of animals in the patches, the influence. So range of 2, middle 1, 2, the gray stops. So it will influence the stoats here and the chickens here. The chickens can influence this, and clearly they can influence their own spot as well. That ties into how we switched these two around previously. We moved the stone over here, the quartz here, because this fellow, if it's next to stone, and it's next to stone twice, it gets plus 8 tech. Ooh, oh, that's interesting. Just because it's up next to stone, you can't double your stone and get double attack. I guess it only happens once. So I would want to have this quartz over here, and then this stone here to finish up a proper symbiosis. Oh, and this happens too. Super Greedy Town is going to war. They're going to go all the way over here to Darkcliff because Darkcliff are cooler? I have no idea. They're rich, they're bored, it is a human condition. They have something that we want, and I think it is their technology. But I can stop this. Let's go ahead and take my swamp man. Looks like they're doing a thing over here too. We'll just pop this down here because we can, and I'm just pulling the swamp man all the way over because I want to show you his attack. Muck bomb. Everything does slightly different things. Deals reduced damage to villagers, but I don't know if it actually will work in the water. But I do not want them to fight, so bad villagers. Bad villagers. Bad villagers. Boil. I'm not sure if you're boiling. But let's just wait for him to land then. But it's actually a little Viking-esque boat. And there they are. They weren't hurt in the least, but now they will get hurt. Because I don't want them to fight. I want them to be friends. And they're all dying off. They're not screaming in pain and agony. And okay, well, we'll just sit here and watch the two fight then. Let's see. We'll call them Huckleberry and Jack, and they died pretty quick. That's a swamp ambassador has appeared. Cool. And right here we'll actually show you a quick little brief down of what you can get depending on who you give it to. So plants, minerals, animals, herd aspect. Herd aspect is what we're going to go for. even though we may not have the time to do it. And actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give it to my crab. No, that's what I was gonna initially do, wasn't I? Migrate. Here's a nice ability. Now I'm gonna give it to him. This will upgrade his, basically what I would consider an ultimate. This is his ultimate ability. It can grab what's on a patch and places it at a selected area. So I want these things. And I'm going to see if I can plant them over here. See what happens. I've actually never tried to transplant a swamp item into a forest biome before. And we're down to about 9-10 minutes, which means we're probably pushing about 25 minutes. But overall, it's a nice game. It's quaint, it's simple, it's pretty static. That's actually kind of cool. Alright, well, it planted and it immediately died, so there is, yeah, that was a waste. So I guess you can pick stuff up and put it down in the same biome. So I guess if you had a forest here and a forest here, and you wanted to use greater aspects, or for some reason you just didn't want to waste the time and swap them by hand, like, is just as fast. I don't know, maybe if you have your giants on the other side of the world instead of walking them around, because they move slow. Look at that. That's ridiculous. And yes, you can always take this fellow and do like aura. Just go boop. Yeah, projects run out of time. It gives you warnings. Blah blah blah. But it's nice to be warned. It is. You don't want to suddenly go, oops, out of time. Too bad, so sad. Now, we're actually not going to go all the way to the end of the 10 minutes here. Basically, once you hit your time limit, you have 1 minute remaining, and your giants slowly start falling asleep. So it's basically, you know, hit your last couple aspects and, you know, these little fancy little doodads down here that heighten all the abilities and let you transform things and the such. Yeah, it's take them and then they'll slowly, you know, their eyelids will close and then you lose control of them. Then after that last minute, you are game over. Everything tallies and scores up, and we're actually going to pause it here. We're going to let it run out, and I'm going to let you see what the end scoring system and all that fun stuff looks like. Then we'll get our final thoughts. Be right back. Alright, well, yeah, I kind of did one of those click to hurry up, and I clicked close on the little status bar. So, sorry, no scoreboard, but go to the options real quick and hit the credits. Let's take a look at some of the credits real quick while we wrap everything up. Overall, it's a nice game. Simple. It's pretty inexpensive, but very intricate. It's the concept is simple, but the depth that they went in down deep with the symbiosis and the intricate ins and outs and weaving of the plants to other plants and the aspects, changing the plants, and then you can design something from point A to go to point B, and then point B to point C, and then suddenly you upgrade something, and then A to B, B to C is worthless in comparison to what it used to be. A lot of people think, you know, most games it's upgrade, get the highest you can get, and then you're awesome. This one, there are times where, like, our chickens or our rabbits, our chickens wanted blueberries near them. If I was willing to put down plants, I'd have blueberries, which is a level 1, tier 1 plant in that biome. You know, if I were to upgrade the blueberries, the chickens that wanted blueberries near them would lose the perks, would lose the bonuses. If I were to upgrade the chickens, then sure, okay, go ahead and upgrade the berries after that. Whatever. But, yeah, a lot of people were in on this. I think this is, I totally wasn't paying attention to what this is, but, oh well. Yeah, nice design, nice game overall. I give it a shot. Check out a couple more Let's Plays. Maybe I'll do one in a little bit. There you go. Maybe it's Dutch that Reus means giant in. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, hate mail. Again, anything helps. I like it. It's a response. But yeah, this is the Campin' BTE 85. And this has been zeroing in on Reus. Have a good one, folks.